fucked up. Yeah, that's the kind of shit we talk about off there.
Nobody's whacking anybody off in the hut.
Except for his dad and my mom and him.
Wait, what?
Why are you there?
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't like it.
You pointed at me. What did I do?
I pointed at him. You just happened to be in the middle and you're rotund.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the beer, the buy, and the beautiful. How's everyone doing today?
Good.
Yeah? Good.
I'm fantastic.
Shut your hole.
I got a good job again.
For now.
I'm not just standing there going, oh shit, it's time to number another fucking packet. Now we wait. Oh shit, it's time to number. Now we
It
wait.
is like every minute, though. Like, you have to do it.
That's what hard.
Hey, we gotta do what we gotta do, man.
Well, you remember Bath, it's the same way. Except you don't have all the extra shit. Which is why I was fucking. Okay, anyways.
We're not gonna talk about work.
Hey.
We're gonna talk about other things.
I gotta thank you today.
Not a fuck you?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
New year, new you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Christmas in July.
Okay.
Hey, thank you, Billy.
Wow. Never thought I'd hear that one here live on this show.
I appreciate it. Just ask me some more questions.
It's because of things we'll talk about whenever we go off air.
Yeah, we'll talk about
John's the one that blew him for 3 hours that day.
No blowing. Sucking, but no blowing.
What?
He blew straight into his ball. He's like, you're my little balloon.
Oh, shit.
I stuck on that knot.
Oh, shout out to Amber. You said it. You suck on her knot?
No.
Oh.
He's still
Oh, I
trying.
thought you said yes. I don't know. I heard yes in my head.
You wanted me to say it.
I don't think I did.
He's still trying to figure out what the prayer is.
Yeah. It's like,
It's
like-
like juice.
it's
That's
like-
like the first time I got to.
No,
It's
it's
like-
not.
let there be light.
That's what.
That was her titty.
That's what it says. Let there be
I
light.
don't know.
Of all the things in the
On her
Bible,
vagina.
it's let there be light.
Oh, anyways.
Hey.
Anywho's.
Jews.
Jews?
What are we talking about today?
Any Jews? That's a dating site.
Yeah. That's what Hitler said every time he walked into a new town.
Wow.
Any Jews? Wait. Any Jews?
No! Can't do that.
Don't tell me.
Uh,
All right, let's.
Would you like to do some boiling first?
let's boil some water in your head.
I know.
And we
I
got
don't want to
some
hear it.
shit to talk about.
Oh, we got to talk about Trump. Guess what day it is?
No, it's Tuesday, isn't it?
It's not.
It's Trump Day.
You know what that rhymes with?
No!
Yeah.
No! That's no.
Yeah.
No, I refuse. This is not.
Shout out to my commander in chief, Trump.
That's the red cord.
Take the Trump. Trump dickin', Trump dickin',
I
Trump.
hope that's your belt buckle. Oh,
It probably is.
okay. It was sharp.
No, that was my dick. You see what I did? I brought it back,
You brought
but
it
it was
back.
Trump
Trump Day.
dickin'.
Trump dicking.
Yeah, not Trump Dickin.
You know, it's been a while since you did that. And
Trump
I'm
dick.
grateful for it.
Oh, I'm just glad you're here.
Maybe that's what finally broke your car.
Me too. What's that?
Trump Dickin.
Yeah, I drained all of the school.
It's cool everywhere. Be pre-cooling.
He breed.
John's car is a squirter.
Do you remember? Okay.
What?
Whoa!
Where's
Do you
this
remember
going?
when my battery was the squirter and you burned your fucking hand off?
Yeah.
What?
So last year the same shit happened. And
Okay.
we opened the opened the hood, and then my battery was steaming. So he popped the cap of it, and it fucking steamed out and burned his hand.
Burned the fuck out of it.
Jesus
I was like,
Christ.
"You okay?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." Like it's just acid all over. He's, "I'm fine."
I'd do anything for my buddies.
Caught it the first
Probably
time.
shouldn't have done that. I'm just saying. But thank you for checking up on me, and that was great. The car is running perfect.
After I had taken work for a week.
You had to. And then you volunteered. You were sick, and you still volunteered to take me to work.
I sure did.
And I was like, you don't have to do it. I'll find something.
And then it was like coolant.
I was. You have no idea how pissed off I was. How mad and how happy I was at the same time.
Did you?
Go into something inexpensive.
I had it in the trunk the whole time. From last year.
It's in the wrong place.
I feel like you've said that before.
I think we said it here, but I can't remember.
You put it in the front, not the back.
Yeah, it's that green
I
stuff.
do.
Ugh. Why is it green?
I don't know. Ask Amber.
Juice.
Ah!
Pickle juice?
Ah!
Tuna?
Ah!
No.
Oh!
Speaking of, I saw her again.
One word.
Whoa!
She
Who?
appeared.
Wait, you live with her?
No!
What?
Tuna! They're real
No.
tuna.
John.
No,
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 you
no.
you-
Yeah.
No, I got cheap tuna at the store.
Oh, God.
It's $3 a can, but I got it for 66 cents. White albacore. And then
Nope.
John,
Uh-huh.
you know how this goes, right? Like it's some like I'll make it here. John will be like, here's your idea.
Uh-huh.
I didn't say anything
So-
with respect.
So,
Continue.
first of all, Amber's nickname in high school was White Albacore.
Wow.
Also, we renamed the tuna sandwich today
Oh, God.
to Amber Sammy.
Juice.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, I didn't
Cheers.
either.
I'm just reporting
This
the
is
news
stuff
here.
that he made up. Well, he's
All right,
not
Bull.
He's
I
not
doubt
doing shit in Rapper 3 now, so you can just make up.
I wasn't
jokes
doing
about
shit
it.
at Rapper fucking 2 either. Apparently.
Any Jews.
I wasn't because it's easy and boring.
All right, boil your water on your head. Don't touch my lip. You got a little high on that second. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
You're welcome.
damn near dick.
For a
You're
minute.
welcome.
No, you got more out of that than I did.
Damn near dick tip right there. Fucking dick tip Cheney over here.
Wow.
Bring it back. Go ahead.
Come on, man.
No, we can't do that anymore.
He's dead.
Apparently.
That's a rumor. We'll talk about that later.
All right, so today's, I've started making lists, just keeping that. So today's, do one at a time.
Notes.
So today's is fucking insurance prices,
Oh shit.
especially car insurance prices. Like, okay, if you buy a brand new fucking car, why the fuck is the new car's insurance more expensive than the old car's insurance?
Because it costs more.
But it's not. Shouldn't
True.
be based off cost. but
Exactly.
The new
It
car
is.
should have all the better features and
Exactly,
everything.
it's
that's
safer.
So you shouldn't
No,
have
no,
to
no,
pay
no,
more
no,
for
we're
insurance.
thinking about this wrong. No, it's because the car value is higher.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did I ruin it? I'm sorry.
No.
James was like, I'm fucking leaving. Fuck you. I was trying to bowl, now it's cold.
I don't know. Like, I get why it's that way, but it
Because-
shouldn't be that
because-
way.
no.
I understand that, but like, so I understand that the car's value is more expensive, therefore if they end up having to tow the car and replace it, therefore they're going to end up giving you back more money. I get that concept. However, like, I think that it should be still based off of like your driving record. If you've not had an accident yet,
Which I have not.
like, if you go and trade your old car in and you never had a fucking accident, you've already paid all this money on this old car, that now they have all of your fucking money because they never gave you a fucking dime of it.
That's magic
this old
money,
car.
though. Like,
Exactly. It doesn't
That's profit.
exist. You send it to them and then just poof goes away.
Oh,
So why can't that be used to keep your fucking rates the same when
So-
you get a new car?
maybe. We'll talk about this on another episode because this could go deep. Maybe.
That's what she said. Shush. I saw it.
Maybe insurance companies should be non-profit organizations because that's all it's about.
Yeah.
It's about the profit. Like,
Yeah.
like you got 100 fucking people paying $100 a month for fucking insurance. You get a new car. What they just paid for all of our cars. So why are we? dirty
Exactly.
motherfuckers?
Yeah. See. Yeah.
Or limit, or okay, sorry.
You said to not.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Or limit the amount of customer. So increase the amount of insurance companies. That way they have a set amount that they can retain. They can get some profit if necessary.
Okay.
But they have enough to cover every fucking person they insure. Right?
Okay.
So if they have to buy every person a new car right now, they have that much in their bank account. They can get profit. That way they can make a living.
Right. Okay.
But that keeps everybody's rate flat, right?
It should.
But if you're more likely to get more accidents than I am, should I be?
But then you get dropped. It's just like homeowners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
so-
I have a trampoline, so I can't have your insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for that for sure.
Man,
Yeah,
I
and
had
you
a
could
smart
actually-
thought.
You could kind of like racket it to where, like, only
Well,
certain
let's not
companies.
Use that word. That's Italian stuff. We
Yeah.
don't do that.
Be careful what you're saying.
Okay. But only certain insurance companies do pickup trucks. Only certain ones do SUVs. Only certain ones do sedans. That way,
And
like you
that.
said, it's like if you're more likely to, obviously you got a pickup truck. Especially a lot of people use those for fucking their daily job, for construction or whatever. So then their rates are going to be a little higher because they're more likely to report, hey, a fucking forklift ran into my truck. Or, fucking some jackass in a loader ran in.
Looking
whatever.
at you, Bob.
Yeah. You, Bob?
Oh, he might be. He is a Yankee.
Maybe you do.
He might be. He's a
You want
Italian.
Well, only one of us here is foreskin. I'm just saying.
I know, and Jews chop the foreskin.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not
You're the
Jewish,
only
though.
one that's not.
Yeah.
I don't have mine. I got a crew cut going on.
Whoa.
No, you can't. Yeah, we don't want to talk about 15 anymore.
Oh.
That's what he called it.
Wrong kind of crew.
I was the 15 night in.
Good.
The 15 nights nickname in high school was the crew cut.
Figured with the crew dump.
Ugh.
I'm like,
That was your nickname in high school. Shout out
It
to
goes a
Amber.
little- oh.
I get it. I got it. I couldn't even speak.
Blah, 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 blah. Is that all we got to boil today?
Today, yeah. Like I said, I always talk
Fuck you,
about
insurance companies.
Yeah.
Thank you, Billy.
Any use?
He's your insurance company.
He is. Yeah, he's the fucking goddamn the guillotine hanging above my head is what he is.
Well, it's nice to know you've changed your tune in a week's time.
Well, geez, really, 2 days?
2 weeks ago it was not. Thank you.
Yeah,
Billy.
fuck you, Billy. That's what I said. I'm sorry.
He doesn't watch the show.
Oh, I don't know if I believe that anymore.
See,
I had a dream about it.
Premonition, yeah.
We didn't even separate it here.
Yeah. You see how much by
Bye. Yeah, he was a lot of bye.
we have in the room?
Not anymore.
That's right. He's born again.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He would still take a dick.
Where would he take
You
it?
offering?
No. John is.
No.
You want John more than me, don't I?
I don't know.
Look.
I don't know.
So you. No, he
Okay,
just wants to be dominated by me,
Who doesn't?
just like his woman.
Choosh.
What was that?
I don't know. I had a.
Shoosh.
He doesn't shoosh anymore. He gets. I'm talking about Chad Gable. Did you watch it? You know what? Fuck you. I'm telling you. Right here on there.
We have a show and a eat.
I know, I'm telling
And
you.
then
right
eat.
now. I'm
Yeah,
telling
do
you.
eat.
Pee and poop.
I'm telling you right now.
I wanna-
You use.
Sister Abigail.
Oh wait,
That could mean a lot of
that
things.
could
Good.
mean a lot of
I
them.
know.
What are we talking about today?
Trump.
So yeah,
Trump
our
dicking.
former president Donald Trump
Wait, I got pee.
had to pee.
Yeah.
And it saved his life.
And he was getting a hernia check, turned his head, coughed, and got shot in the ear.
And just
We need to have
Hey,
that
I was already concerned about her being home.
I'll sing it on air. I wasn't telling him, but
Aunt Joe gonna come knock on the door this time and ask about your shoes again?
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully not.
I think she'd be a great guest on our show. If you'd like to be a guest on our show, hit up our comments. We'll have you on the show.
I forgot to see how much of that I could hear in that episode. I didn't put that up too.
I heard shoes.
You could actually hear shoes
I
being
don't know
said?
what she meant by shoes.
Okay, you heard the knock, and then you heard shoes.
The knock and now we're like, wait, we're all in here already. Who the hell is up there? Only one other person we can think of.
The person that owns the building.
Exactly. And then I heard you open the door, and then I heard shoes.
Shoes.
I thought she shoes to you.
No, that's
She
your
said,
shoes.
shoes.
Oh, well. Yeah, any shoes.
Why does he have to pee every time?
Yeah. It's the thing.
Hey,
Any shoes.
hey, let Aunt Joe know if she ever needs a handsy man. I'm very handsy myself.
We know. Shoes.
Her titties are bigger than Amber's.
Those are God's titties.
They may not be. They just may be more saggy.
I still want to see them. Don't lie.
I would look at them.
Look,
Look, if somebody
Joe have a Reddit or
look,
anything, let's
No.
see.
Also not.
look, I'm not gonna
You know
go.
what it is.
I'm not gonna go up and be like, "Let me see your titties." But if you walk up and you're like, "I'm gonna show you my titties," I'm not gonna be like, "No."
I think anyone,
Right?
not just because it's her, but because of the titties.
But just anybody,
Titties are awesome.
any titty,
Any titty?
Any titty. Any titty.
any titty will do.
That needs to be a t-shirt. Any titty will do.
Would you rather see both of them
That can get
or
dangerous.
one of them?
It'd be cool if one stayed in the bra and one was just hanging down.
It's kind of odd, isn't it? When just one's peeking out. You're like, oh yeah, I see your nipple there.
I don't know if it would be with Aunt Joe.
You're like, I
You'd
think
like-
she needs help.
You'd be like, wait, come here, Aunt Joe, let's see that. There's the nipple, found it.
Oh,
God.
hers always points south.
Ugh.
I mean, gravity is a thing.
It is.
What if she's got the most perky?
Have you looked at her?
Not as much as you have apparently.
No.
But I'm
Okay,
just
look.
What if she took
When I
off
see
the
a
bra?
person, I'm examining. They are not perky.
They're not.
I have
What?
Whoa!
Pool.
I'm leaving. I don't want it. No, she swims naked.
No.
What? What are we talking about right
You
now?
just tell.
No.
It's tickle ant.
No, he's the tickled nephew. He's like, come here, Aunt Joe. I like this pool a whole lot. Oops, is that a titty?
Oh my God.
Why is it floating? Anyway,
I said they're not perky at all. This motherfucker said they're not.
matter of factly, too. It's like,
Now I see what you see in Amber.
Juice.
Aunt Amber right there.
Oh my God. Wow.
He's like, hey baby, I bought you this gray wig. Oh, the short hair too.
Dude.
What if I don't want this anymore?
He's
What
the
are you
last episode,
doing?
everybody.
Incest over Jesus.
Aunt, yes.
What?
Whoa! Okay, what are we talking
We
about?
ain't talking about Trump Day.
The
Oh.
attempted assassination of our beloved President Trump.
Former.
I know what I said.
We corrected
You
you.
know, we're talking about, okay, we're
Future?
not talking about former Vice President Biden.
Right.
Right, we're talking about President Trump.
Well, he's dead, so
Apparently, possibly, man.
come on.
So there are whistleblowers. We'll talk about that for a second. There are whistleblowers out there talking about. They're like, oh, the fucking Air Force One flew from Vegas to fucking Delaware, not Delaware, Johns Hopkins, like real fast, so fast that the plane was shaking.
Wow.
Like 3.5 hour flight when it's like a 4.5 hour flight.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know why you keep him on a plane for 4 hours if he's having a medical emergency.
I know, right?
So can we trace the events of what happened? He got corona the same day or the day after the shooting?
It wasn't long after. I don't remember the exact days.
And then 2 days later, he
Drops
said,
out.
I'm dropping out.
Now, so let's rewind back further. So, what was it? 2 weeks before the failed assassination attempt was a fucking just heinous
The
debate attempt.
That's what ended it right there, really.
Then 1 week after that was his presidential address to prove he wasn't as fucking senile as he seemed during the debate, which that failed.
He didn't move during the debate. We talked about that in the last show. He was very still.
That's because they fucking hopped him up on, B12 and God knows what else, and so it's like,
So, the
chairs are moving.
one kind of theory I've
He thought
heard
it was
is
in a spelling bee. He's like trying to spell words.
I am the P. One theory I've heard about that is, if you look at it, he has like the cornholio hands, which I do on here when I'm being Joe.
Yeah.
And if you watch him, he doesn't blink when he does shit. And that is apparently a couple of signs of Parkinson's. Which, in the past, 7 months, once a month, a Parkinson's expert, caveat here, this guy has been a White House doctor for a long time, so it's not abnormal, but
uncommon to see in there.
Yeah, but this often, because he used to be the head doctor, right? And he was there all the time.
Cheers.
I want one of those.
But he used to be the White House doctor, the one that was the top of taking care of whoever's in there. Through Trump, I think he was from Obama, Trump, right before Biden, I think, 10 years.
Yeah, 'cause I think he did both of Obama's terms.
But he's also a Parkinson's expert, so him not being the head doctor anymore and coming once a month. Man, now why does this sound so
I want to
dirty?
do that too.
But it's kind of suspicious, but it's not verified.
Yeah.
I think there's no secret that we all thought Biden was kind of messed up to begin with.
I mean, for God's sakes, that was a running joke with him and fucking Obama, it's fucking rambling Joe.
Yeah, exactly.
Even back when he was because he was a senator before that, wasn't he?
Yes, Senator
For a long time.
Yeah.
But he was very. I say it's very Joe because we've done Joe a lot on the show.
Come on, man.
And it is a joke, but it's also what we perceive.
Unfortunately,
it's the truth,
the truth
in a way.
Yeah.
It's not always that way, but a lot more than not, it's just like that. And now we had an assassination attempt on Trump, and then shortly after that, days after that,
All of a sudden,
he bows
corona.
out. He's got corona and he bows out. Yeah. So he's no longer. He's still the president until the election, but he's no longer running for a second term. Yeah. That's what we're saying, right? So that leaves Trump and who?
Kamala.
Who in their right mind
Joker. Yeah.
would vote for Kamala?
My buddy John.
I said right
My buddy John's wife. Not this John.
mind. That is John. I don't vote.
Posted a picture of her hugging a little child for some reason. That was kind of weird. Said, "Let's go."
And it's funny to see the narrative
Wow.
change over the last couple of weeks too, after the attempt at assassination.
Everybody's trying to cool everything down.
They're like, okay, let's back things up.
And maybe him and his supporters are not Nazis.
Exactly. But do you want to talk about the day, the assassination attempt part? You have a lot of shit on that, right?
A few things, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Hang on, I want to play this. Hopefully it doesn't bleed up. This is Joe Biden back in his Senate days.
Already have a nigger mayor, we don't need any more nigger big shots. Already have a nigger mayor, we don't need any more nigger big shots. Already have a nigger mayor, we don't need any more nigger big shots.
Wow. Okay.
That was Joe Biden. That's the president of the United States. Fuck you, YouTube.
We need clucks for that one.
No.
Quacks, not
Send me that.
Okay.
Oh, so that was Joe Biden saying that when he was a senator. Whew. That's a tough one to hear.
He ran with Obama.
We don't need any more nigger big shots.
We had it 4 times, okay.
I was trying to send it.
4 times we had to play that for you, YouTube.
We already have a nigger mayor.
Oh,
We don't need any more nigger big shots.
Now that's gonna get quacked. Yeah.
No, quoting the president of the United States, ladies and gentlemen.
I wonder when that was. And why hasn't that come up? Why has that not been a thing?
Oh, they can't.
I know.
They
I know why, but
Yeah,
still.
I can't tell you that. I send it to the group.
If it had been Trump, that would have been all over. the
Oh my
place.
God.
Yeah. White supremacists.
So the day of the assassination, was anybody watching it live?
No,
Or nobody's watching it live?
that was a show. So
Well,
that was good.
the last time we had a president or anyone like that assassinated in front of everyone, it was a big deal. Well, George and I talked about this in the parking lot today for a little bit. If Trump had been murdered, he would have been, like, think about the presidents who have been assassinated. You know who they are. They all have significant changes. They all have significant terms.
Yep.
If Trump is murdered on that day, does it now propel him into a new stratosphere of one of the greatest presidents we've ever had?
I think he's already there. He didn't have to be killed. But,
Would it made him a martyr?
Well,
yes. For
yes.
sure. Yeah. Whoa. Come on! Come back, baby!
Get into gear.
No, but, alright, so do you know the last attempted assassination?
Reagan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Reagan.
and even though not killed, he's up there, right? Like, maybe not one of the greatest, but people remember him
Yeah.
fondly.
That's my first really thought of politics.
That's the first time he could vote.
first vote.
So do you remember the election after that assassination attempt? Or know anything about it?
I was too young.
Alright,
I
so
wasn't even born.
so you know the electoral college map, red, blue states, yeah, whoever wins.
Right.
Yeah, there was 2 blue states.
Oh yeah, because wasn't it like fucking like Michigan and
Yep, it was up there, Michigan and maybe
like Rhode Island or something like
no,
that?
it was right there together. Not together, but maybe
Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Is there somebody in between Michigan and Wisconsin?
I'm not.
Minnesota.
Maybe.
I'm not
Yeah.
good at maps.
So with that said, we've covered that once you're involved in something like this, if you survive it, you're gonna win.
Hopefully. God.
Please.
Which
He
leads
should
me-
have won last time.
I think we both know, all of us in this room, this whole podcast started with conspiracies. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So is this, or is it too real to be a conspiracy for votes?
No.
It's really the real question that I want to ask.
So, are you saying was it staged?
Yes.
So you watched that stuff?
No, I watched
I
both. I watched both, to be honest. But I wonder, because of the fact that this has always turned out for a good thing for
Okay.
a president that's running that almost gets murdered almost every single time.
So I've shot a lot of guns in my life, and I'll say, if I tried to shoot you through the ear as your head turned, as opposed to not turning, I would have killed you, even though I wasn't trying to kill you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible.
You know?
No.
That shot's to a 20-year-old kid that just like took a class in high school or college or something.
Tried to join the rifle team.
Yeah.
So this,
Like
this
in my
person
opinion, like
accidentally shot him in the ear.
to pull that off it would have had to have been the whole, like, JFK kind of thing, to where there was 2 shooters, and there would have been one way fucking closer. Like, close enough that people, like everyone in the crowd would have saw it. You would have had to have been, like, from here to that fucking door to pull that off.
Well, that's funny you say that.
Here we go.
Because there's a 2-person shooter conspiracy.
There it is. I
Yeah.
sent the video on that.
So do you have the video on that? Is this flowing better than I thought it was going to flow, boys?
Did we send that one? Which one was that?
I got you.
Okay.
Because while you're doing that, there was, according to, was it the local police or the FBI? I can't remember. They had him in their sights for a lot longer before he shot,
Yeah.
and they didn't take the shot. Why do you have fireworks?
I have no clue what just
Oh,
happened.
that's awesome.
Baby, you're a firework.
I don't know what that was.
This isn't that show.
What just happened?
You came.
Apparently. I got so excited.
What the fuck?
Okay, we're having some technical difficulties.
It's one of them. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's not.
So is it?
This mug. Fucking tech guy.
Yeah, that's the 3D. And, well, yeah, that's it.
This one?
Yep.
Alright, I'll watch this.
Alright, so.
More fireworks.
Some people are asking what the odds are of a 20-year-old guy who is under pressure after being spotted by a cop who was also rejected from his high school rifle club end up having a perfect shot if it wasn't for Trump turning his head. They suggest the possibility of a second shooter. Let's create the entire scene in 3D space and come up with accurate paths for the bullets and see if it matches up Crook's position. By using Google Map and triangulating multiple images from the scene, including a drone footage, we can easily recreate the key structures of the scene in 3D space. Now, how can we know the path of the first bullet? All we need is 2 reference points so we can create a straight line. We already know the midpoint, which is Trump's ear. But where did the bullet land? It was actually captured in camera because it hit someone. As you can see in this footage, right after hearing the first gunshot, a man falls down, exactly in the top middle section of these seats below the chart to Trump's right. Let's use that as a reference point and connect it to Trump's ear, and continue following it and see where it leads us. When we get to the rooftop of the building where the supposed shooter was, you may think, that's it, that's where Crooks was lying down. But you're wrong. Crook's body was actually found all the way on the other side of the rooftop, and we know for sure he was neutralized few seconds after he shot at Trump, so he didn't have time to move around. In that case, where did this bullet come from? Let's continue the path, and lo and behold, we land on this exact window. What are the odds? Could this probably be the hideout place for the second shooter? Was Crooks supposed to be the fall guy? I don't know. These are just...
Alright, so that being said, we'll continue this, but that being said, this is directly behind the shooter, right? Well, kinda. It's like behind the shooter.
Yeah, behind, like, to the right.
And so the building the shooter was supposed to be on was supposedly like the staging place for a lot of the police there, the locals.
There was a ladder there and everything.
But if you're staging in the building this guy's on, how hard is it? And you wouldn't be visible to just walk back to this building because they're connected.
Yeah.
So that's what I was getting at. Is there a second shooter? And could that person take that shot that just hits the ear? Or was that shot a kill shot that was missed?
No, it was a kill shot, and he turned his head.
It just happened to turn his head at the same time.
All right. Come on, pick up on cues.
are just speculations. By the way, you don't even need to be an expert in 3D visualization to come up with the same conclusion. You can just draw the same path based on this image and see it for yourself how it leads to that window. But what about Crook's bullets. He probably fired right after the first shot, and the second and third belonged to him. In fact, the famous New York Times photo capturing the bullet behind Trump is actually the second bullet and is shot from Crook's position. You can cross-check the angle of the bullet in the photo with the path in this 3D visualization, and it's almost a perfect match. Another clue of that bullet in the photo being the second shot is Trump's posture. He didn't raise his arm during the first shot, but the second one.
What happened?
What about the third? It didn't even reach Trump. As you can see from its trajectory from Crook's position, unfortunately, it hit someone in the crowd all the way to the left. How do I know that? The aftermath of that shot was captured on camera. A firefighter who was just trying to protect his family, shot in the head. May he rest in peace.
So what do we think, boys? It's up to you to debate that.
So I'll tell you this.
So it's all coincidental.
150 yards, I can shoot a grapefruit. So it's not. I don't necessarily believe there's a second shooter because I could probably give Travis a fucking rifle and give him 50 rounds. Eventually, he's going to target in on where he's supposed to be hitting and hit him.
Yeah.
That's not a hard shot. There's a, I don't know if I sent the one of the dude, the YouTube video, kind of proving it. And you watch this video and he's sitting here kind of explaining shit. And then he talks to the camera and he turns around. A few seconds later, bing, he's shooting a target. But it's, with any kind of practice, it's not a hard shot. The 150 yards is nothing. Like our easiest position at the range in the Marine Corps was 100 yards. Then we went to 300. And I'll be honest with you, with iron sights at 500 yards, I could put a bullet through your chest.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think you were sent that. I'm gonna put TikToks in the mind gag and
But could you put it through someone's ear? On purpose?
No.
At 150 yards?
No, I'd shoot him in the fucking head.
Yeah, he would not.
Yeah.
Right? So this is all luck, all chance. This was definitely an assassination attempt.
right.
Whether it was by one shooter or two.
And my thing with even with that guy's theory as far as where the second shooter would have been, like, going back to what you were talking about as far as the police there having, like, having crooks in their sights for so long. So, I mean, they're staring in this direction for, like, I know the officer that actually took the shot said for 3 minutes they were watching. So for 3 minutes, they were literally scoping, like, have their eyes on this kid. They were scoping out this entire area for 3 minutes straight. So, like, unless this person could just pop up in that window, like, and get a fucking dead shot as soon as they popped up, unless it is a conspiracy theory and the cops were a whole part of it, like, that person also would have been seen.
Yeah.
So.
That one.
We're going to talk about something wild. That wild thing that we have to talk about is 140.
Pause. Wait, I gotta throw it. I said pause.
We're
Alright.
professionals.
I'm new to this shit, damn it.
Don't try
We're
to
getting
say-
there. We're getting there.
And she is a wicked knife. Favorite knife that I have.
That is not the one.
Harper.
Where did
And
it
she is a
Oh.
wicked knife.
go? Hold on, let's do this again.
What did you do?
I don't know what happened.
We've got to talk about something wild. And that wild thing that we have to talk about is a 146-yard shot with an AR-15. I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of YouTubers talk about, in theory, that this shot is not difficult and how close we came to something extremely weird. Because it's one thing for a YouTuber or two to say that 146-yard shot is not very difficult. But especially for those of you who don't have an AR-15, maybe you're not avid shooters, you're thinking, well, but yeah, exactly how hard is the shot? And for scale, and at 146 yards, let me tell you, you guys, even standing unsupported in AR-15, this is not a difficult shot. We were that close. We've got to talk about something wild. And that wild thing that we have to talk about is 104.
And that's standing. Okay, so prone is definitely going to always be the easiest way to shoot, which is how the shooter was fucking, that was the position. Laying down on your stomach. It's the most stable. That's how we shot from 500 yards in the Marine Corps. And standing, I had a hard time with it. Our only standing position was at 300 yards. I had a hard time with it. Never missed, but it's kind of all over the place when you're standing. So that right there, with a little bit of practice, obviously the guy shoots guns, but it's not a hard shot, especially when you're laying down.
Is it a hard shot for someone that's never shot a gun before? 3 shots he had. With a crazy zero.
Well, he went earlier in the day to the range to practice. Right. So yeah, it's not the first time he shot. It's the first time he shot at someone,
right?
Which, with all the shit going on around you, probably is gonna complicate things.
Sure.
Yeah. Plus, not to mention that's a person. And even though, yes, he's standing there and speaking, it's still not necessarily a stationary target. I mean, you can watch any video of Trump. Trump's very much a energetic speaker. He moves a lot, he uses his hands a lot, he moves his head a lot, so it means, like, even though he's still in a stationary position, he's not stationary himself.
And the shot was a kill shot.
Yeah.
Let's be real, because we're trained to fucking center mass right here.
Right.
That's your biggest target. We would get bitched at if we tried to shoot on the fucking silhouette.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
So.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So, the conspiracy is, it wasn't a setup. I mean, I don't think it was either, but it is a possibility.
Oh, yeah. So, I'll say this. People can say inside job. You know what an inside job could be in this situation? Someone being like, just one person out of all this security detail being like, hey, we got this one covered, knowing they don't have this one covered, the building I'm talking.
Yeah.
And so the local police were supposed to be covering the building. Hey, guys, Secret Service got this one covered.
Yeah.
As simple as that. Yeah. It could be one person that just, and it couldn't be traced back to them. It's like someone told us, hey, they got this. Well, so we backed off.
Yeah, there was a video going around of a bunch of people, like regular people that were there, like telling the police, hey, there's a guy up on there. There's a guy.
2 minutes before. 2 minutes and 1 second before.
Before that happened. Yeah.
All the way through that 2 minutes and 1 second. So, that being said, let's talk about a timeline for a second.
Okay.
3 hours before the shooting, this guy was there. And actually, about a week before, he went and scoped out the place and just looked at everything and was there and looking around. They know this now. 3 hours before, he actually flew a drone over this area. The president was already there. Trump was already there. Whatever you want to fucking call it. Yeah. He was already there. Everything was getting ready, getting set up, all this shit. About an hour before, this guy, well, Yeah, but yeah, it was either 1 or 2 hours. But he's walking around with a rangefinder. And if you don't know what a rangefinder is, it's just, you point it, it's like a little scope. No, nothing attached to it, and it tells you how far away something is. And he was identified as a suspicious person.
I'm curious to see how many people were identified as suspicious people that day.
Hang on, it gets more interesting.
Okay.
An hour before, again, another security person, cop, whatever it may have been, identified him walking around with a rangefinder. Suspicious. Okay, 30 minutes before. Suspicious. So, an hour before and 30 minutes before, there were pictures taken. They've not been released yet, but people, if you go and look at the footage of people that were there, you can see him kind of just wandering around this fucking building. 10 minutes before Trump went on stage, he was identified as a threat by Secret Service. Any kind of, if you've ever done security in any way, a threat, you don't let that man go on stage until that threat is cleared.
But he was what? On stage.
Yeah, and then 2 minutes prior, this motherfucker's on the roof, everybody going, he's got a gun! And they waited until he fired at the president to kill him.
Yep. But then,
Brief
okay,
timeline there. There's
But-
more details.
and go a little after. So then you have the officer who spotted him on the roof. So the local, not Secret Service, not any official, but a local law enforcement officer, spotted him. Sat there for 3 minutes, so even a minute longer. Then when the crowd noticed him, he'd already noticed him, was radioing in to the Secret Service, to the person that was the lead on site, and was asking over and over again, the person that we have identified as a threat is on the roof with a gun. Can I take the shot? Can I take the shot? Can I take the shot? Over and over and over for 3 minutes until shots were fired. He was still never given the order to take him out. He took it upon himself to take him out. That order was never given. The Secret Service never gave him the order to take action. He took action upon himself because, obviously, sitting there watch Trump get hit, watch the firefighter go down, watch the other guy on the other stand go down. So, doing his law enforcement duty, took the guy out on his own. Was taken in by the Secret Service to the FBI to be questioned. Was released later that day. Immediately upon being released, was let go from his position. He is no longer a law enforcement officer in that town.
Wow.
Because he did not follow Secret Service orders.
And I'd like to say this real quick. So, if you've never listened to us, we are very much, we started as a conspiracy podcast. Some of this shit may not have been verified, right? Some of the shit we're hearing, and it's not trying to lead anyone astray or fucking put out false information. This is what's being put out there.
Right.
By a lot of people. And if the CIA or the FBI were involved, come on. They can do that at any time.
Exactly.
Anything they want us to believe, they can put out enough information
Right.
to make us believe. If you take it at face value and don't dig into it
Yeah,
enough.
you're right.
Right.
So I just sent you another one.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, go.
If this would have happened and it wasn't live on television as we were seeing it, and it was just a story that we've heard or read, do you think it would be any different than what we all saw?
Yeah.
It'd be a publicist's dream.
So what
Right.
what we're hearing and what we're seeing is what is allowed to be let out.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the only reason why we're hearing it. Is
So
because we saw it.
the people that were there have a completely different story than what we're talking about or discussing because they actually saw it.
They were there.
And they're like, this is fucking bullshit, but it was not it's not like it was a fucking million people there. So it's easy to be like, oh, they're just full of shit. They're just making shit up. It's conspiracy theory. How, let's say this, prior to 10 years ago, take out the last 10 years, how often in the lexicon of fucking society did you fucking hear of conspiracy theory? We're all being led to, can't believe that, it's just a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some big ones, but other than that, really nothing.
Old though.
Yeah, older ones.
Oh,
Right.
right.
Like,
It
really
is,
significant ones.
as more information came out on those, it became clearer and clearer, and they still debunk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a second shooter in the grassy knoll, on the grassy knoll.
Flying bear, bringing it back.
Babushka.
It might have been the Babushka lady.
It very well could have been, because there was all kinds of concealment methods back in the day for guns, like the briefcase gun. Come on,
Yeah.
who would you not? Okay, I could make a fucking gun look like an umbrella.
They had those.
Sure.
That was
Yeah,
the thing.
so did Babushka.
Yeah.
But I'm saying she can't because she's a time traveling flying bear.
Yeah.
She could have been there. She was on the
She
roof.
was in the window.
She was the one in the window, took the shot, and then just disappeared into another reality.
She was like, "Bloop, bloop, bloop." All right, well, I'm back at JFK, bitch.
I don't think she would live there.
So this is kind of a,
Whoa.
We're getting too close.
It's the CIA.
yeah. So I want you to play this next one. This is not a whole lot of context here, but look how out of place this person seems. And from all accounts, this is the shooter. We all know his name. They've said it in one of the videos. I'm not gonna fucking glorify this motherfucker, so I'm not gonna say his name. We'll call him the shooter. But look at how weird this is.
Yeah.
And he's standing.
This is the one you just sent me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'll say this. After the first couple pictures came out, there was like a GPS photo or a fucking satellite photo of the area. And then you saw the snipers sitting up on the roof behind Trump to the left if you're looking at him. Like, I don't think I said it to you guys. I can fucking verify it, though.
Yeah.
My fucking Marine Corps buddies, I was like, they let that dude shoot.
Yep.
They let him shoot. You, like, everybody's screaming, he's got a gun, and have told law enforcement, they let that motherfucker shoot.
Yeah.
They let him.
And how do you not cover that?
Sniper's nest is the
Right.
perfect line of sight. Look at it elevated. Come on.
Yeah, how do you not cover that? If you're trying to protect this man, how is that left that wide open where he can take that shot? You said it wasn't a hard shot, 150 yards. How come no one was on that roof but that dude?
So I'll say this, and I don't know if it's true, but apparently there were cops on the roof. They got down. Why? It was hot.
Of course, it was hot back there.
It was hot.
That's your job.
It's, the metal roof is hot, man.
For that guy that took
But
the shot.
but like any access point that I get, okay, if you're gonna get down, but an access point to there,
Yeah. Like, take your ladder down.
what are we doing? Play the next one.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen this. apparently came in with his rangefinder. Some people or some reports are saying he like got into this secure area, which it all should have been obviously, but into where the crowd is, and then he exited, and then he wandered around this building, and then he went back to his car, which he had parked. I think it was like 3 blocks away at a convenience store.
3 blocks away out of Phoenix.
Because
he walked 3 blocks with an AR in his hand.
Nope. No. ARs are 2 pins, and they pop in half.
Okay.
You got the bolt with
Yeah.
the butt, and you got the fucking the trigger mechanism with the barrel. It pops in half. You stick it in a bag. Book bag.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, they're.
I mean, I could bring mine and show you. It's literally 2 fucking. It's little.
Got on video.
They're little pins. They're not tiny, but you can pop them out with your finger.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
conceal it
Oh,
pretty,
yeah.
pretty easily.
Yeah, pop into that and click, it's ready to go.
It's a very convenient weapon.
Yeah, it's suspicious to me. I think again, why wasn't that roof covered? A lot of wrong choices had to have been made in order for that man to have that much time to try to shoot.
Maybe even on purpose, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying a lot of bad decisions were made up to that point.
Here's my only, like, as far as a conspiracy theory for myself, that, like, this is my biggest thought in this whole thing, is the fact that for months leading up to this attempt, there were security concerns. Pretty much for this whole, Trump's whole tour of going around for his election, there have been security concerns because the Secret Service team that his people had requested had never fully been fulfilled. The amount of Secret Service that they had requested for him and everything else, because obviously all the animosity against him because of, all those people, that request was never fulfilled. The director never gave them what they were asking for, and just so happened to be on this day, of course, they end up letting the first females, fucking Secret Service, she's gonna be there, and there was this whole big fucking deal because she was, she out there, with Trump, and then, if you watch all the videos with her, it's pathetic. But anyways, we won't go into that, that's a whole nother thing.
I'm just
Yet
saying,
again,
a lot
I'm
of
not
weird
against,
things around
and I'm
that.
sure George will even back, I'm not against, women in law enforcement, women in military, women in whatever, but yet you still gotta do the job.
Right.
And be
Right.
able to do the
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
You can't just get it because of your title.
Right.
Anyways, that's
No,
all.
Your pronoun.
No. They should not be in law enforcement. Because if I come up to a fucking 5'8" bitch that weighs 150 pounds, I don't give a fuck if you got a gun. I'll fuck you up. Like if I'm a criminal and
I've seen that.
I don't want to be fucking arrested, you're not gonna arrest me.
Right.
Even if I'm not armed, I will take your gun.
I've seen videos like that where one female tried to take on a giant man and it doesn't work out well for her.
And not to mention,
Even
so-
after being tased.
and it goes a step.
That's a whole other kind of person, though.
It goes a step farther. Like
Fentanyl's involved.
the Secret Service doesn't just arrest people; they are there to protect.
To eliminate threats.
To protect.
that's,
No. That's the snipers and shit.
Yeah.
These people on the ground are there to cover this man with their body. If he decides he's gonna stand up, Trump is 6'3".
Yeah.
If you got a 5'8" female, you got 5 foot or 5 inches. Wow, damn, he's
14!
Yeah. Jesus Christ, he's tall.
As tall as your dick.
but
Trump dicking.
you're
Bring it back.
If he wants to stand up like he did, there's nothing you can go like this. But
You got nothing.
if there's another shooter, we got a clear shot.
Yeah.
even if it goes through their fucking arm or hand, it's
just
going
start
through
Mario
that
jumping.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, I think if it was a 6'5" chick that was,
Amazonian.
yeah, maybe, but not some little person. I wouldn't want a tiny dude
So-
to be on it. I want like the biggest, baddest motherfuckers
So-
protecting me.
But either way, coming back to the point, but that's where my conspiracy theory on this whole thing kicks in, is the fact that for months and months and months, their requests were never met, even though the threat level was there to do so. That request was never met. Then on the day of, even, like, there was even more letdowns in that area. And then, for whatever reason, why was when the law enforcement officer had the guy in his sights. Like, take away the fact that, you know, the cops that were supposed to be on that roof had gotten down. Like, take away all of that. The fact that someone did have him in their sights and was never, even after the kill shot was made, was never given the order to fire.
Yeah,
even
that's
after
it.
shots were fired. That's the only thing, this whole thing that really kind of just
How long was it
makes my
between
brain itch.
his 3 shots and him going down? Does anybody know those numbers?
How long would it take?
No, how long was it between the fact that he shot his 3 shots?
How long?
It was within like 20
Right,
seconds.
So,
I mean, it was like quick.
varying reports, but listening to the sound and listening to some folks talk about it that are reputable, he got off like 8.
8 shots. I only saw 3.
Saw 3.
Well,
What'd you hear?
I heard a lot more, but the 3 that,
It only took one to kill him.
yeah.
They shot him in the fucking head.
Oh, yeah.
So think about all the pops. Now, you got
Pop, pop, slam.
a crack. That's one shot. So you're gonna hear 2 noises because this is how it works.
Right.
Right.
But listen to it again.
Do we have it?
Do we have it?
I don't know. Did you send it to me?
I don't know. You said you had a whole stash.
At your stash. And my stash ain't
You
working.
had his stash. You'd never leave the house. Sorry, folks. Not a lot of comedy in this episode, but
So
we're
back to
diving
the
into some shit here.
back to what we were. Just pull up like the original video of the shooting.
Yeah, YouTube it.
So, back to what we were talking about with women, the women there, and God bless them. They're great nurses, they're great doctors, they're great fucking cooks. I get it, but like all this feminism bullshit, like at the end of the day, if your house is on fire and you're like something's laying on you, you can't get up. You want Amber or Aaron to come in and try to fucking lift that off of you. You're hurt. You can't walk. They gotta pick you up. Do you want that? Is that what you're? No. I want Hulk Hogan
Yeah,
to walk through that
biggest,
fucking
baddest
door.
motherfucker.
Yeah, and pick me up with one hand and be like, I got you, bro. I'm gonna feel safe.
Yeah.
If I saw Amber or fucking Aaron walk in, I'm like, fuck, we're both dead.
And it's not it's not something that, you know.
No, it's not sexist.
Yeah, it's not sexist.
No,
It's
people are gonna say that, but it's,
Apparently it is.
sexist.
I guess God's a woman.
God.
I guess women can do anything.
You don't mean it.
It's storming like hell outside. If you didn't catch that on the mic, but yeah, it's bad.
I don't know. I don't want. I don't want in my time of need, when it's do or die. I don't want to see a fucking 5'6" fucking 150-pound female walk in.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
I just don't want it.
I don't want that either.
That's
to be honest with you.
That's a T-mail.
Yeah, it's,
Come on, give us some more, John.
I think. Let's talk about after the fact. Let's get into the Biden thing. Why did he drop out?
Because he's dying.
Is it more than that?
No.
That's it. You don't think that this all is coincidence? He was dying before the assassination attempt.
No. Well, so I look at it as they didn't have a plan B, right? The Democrats. They didn't have a plan B.
And then we were all the night before.
They expected Trump to get killed that day, and then Biden can drop out.
I think Kamala just takes over.
The Republicans are fucking.
There's nothing there.
They're in chaos right now because you just killed their guy. Who are they putting in?
There's no one else. Okay.
Yep.
So that
But
raises the.
So it failed, and they're like, "Oh shit," because we ain't got a tranny to put in there.
So what was it set up by the Democratic Party in some way or another? Maybe not directly by Biden, but
I'll say this: look at the FBI, the CIA, the Secret Service, the fucking most of the government fucking agencies. What are they doing right now? Who are they playing for?
well, everybody's changed a lot of their tunes right now too.
Well, right, because they have to, because they know this motherfucker's about to get elected.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
But
Is
like the DOJ's going after this man.
yes.
They're playing on this side.
Yeah.
So it was like, hey, we're gonna kill him. Now we got free reign. And they missed.
Did they?
They did.
So this was apparently could have possibly been a setup by CIA, FBI.
They're sending the aliens after
Fuck,
us.
come get us. Just my flavor.
Real goddamn.
That's the whole point. So Biden was going to bow out regardless. Maybe not this soon. But being the assassination attempt failed, he still bowed out. Do you not think he would have stayed in? That's the plan B. If he doesn't get killed, we keep Biden on the ballot at least until we figure some shit out.
So there are some states where it's too late to remove him. So they're gonna have to change laws for this.
Really?
Yeah. And see, not to mention, here's one thing that me and Scott, my boss, were talking about is...
Hang on one second. So, something really interesting is fucking impossible to find a rally, this shooting,
Uh-huh.
just by itself now.
That's what I was having trouble with, yeah.
It's all been taken down.
Well, it's all got commentary.
But the original
It's
video
all
was gone.
CNN's take, or MSNBC's take, or Fox's take, or basically whatever they want you to take away from is what, what's being pushed.
So CNN says missed opportunity.
Pretty much. Well, see, that's another. Okay, so that's another thing. Speaking of, why, out of his entire term when he was president, out of his election campaign before he was president, out of his entire campaign this year, why was this one rally the only rally that CNN was actually broadcasting live? They have never broadcast, because they're so democratically heavy, they have never broadcast anything Trump has done, ever,
But they were there
live.
for this one.
But this one, they were there.
CNN did it.
There are people that fucking run CNN do it.
I think there are too many things. I'm going back on my original thought. I think there are too many things
You're reading it.
that are too weird for it to be just one dude acting like an idiot.
Yeah.
I think there's too many other things involved.
You got a 20-year-old kid that couldn't make his fucking high school rifle team, that had a perfect headshot on a presidential candidate, the former president, my president. And with all this scrutiny and everybody going, he's got a gun for 2 minutes. Like, let's talk about Occam's razor.
Okay.
Anybody? You know Occam's razor?
Yeah.
So Occam's razor is basically the least amount of assumptions to get to a conclusion.
Okay.
So think about all of these assumptions we have to make about this event to get to the conclusion they're pushing.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
No.
So the easiest thing would be somebody gave this dude a rifle, trained him a little bit, and said, hey, go up here. And then conveniently, again, would be assumption in their perspective, got up on this roof because it was too hot.
Yeah. If this happens, if Trump gets hit and dies,
Oh, a civil war.
Yeah.
he's talking about this too. Is it not now the start of
No, it's not the start of it. It's the end of
the end
America.
of it?
This country no longer has any standing in the world or with each other.
Yeah.
Because the crazy motherfuckers on either side are gonna come out. And that's
Everyone with their AR.
it's gonna be their fucking sign to be like, okay, well, fucking political enemies.
Yep. Because that's so funny. That actually takes me back to the point I was gonna make before the whole CNN comment. Because that's what me and my boss were talking about the other day. Is so you got to think. Technically, the way that Kamala is now, been brought up to take over running for president. Like George said, obviously, of course, there's some states where Biden's already locked in. So they're going to have to change laws and everything else. She was not democratically elected to be the candidate.
Nominated.
Sorry.
It's
Wrong
okay.
word.
I got you.
But either way,
I know what you meant.
so there was no democratic process to get her into the position she's in at all. Period. I mean, basically, it's no like how she is now the candidate is no different than at fucking like American One Mark. Oh, Daddy's too sick, so now the son's gonna step up and run the company. That's essentially what fucking happened.
I got
That-
Go. Keep going.
But it
So therefore,
Got
have fun.
Ah!
Oh God! Don't die.
your president did that. He can control the
Yeah, I got it.
Anyways, so if she wins, just like George said, the whole Civil War thing, or just like y'all obviously been talking about, that is literally if she wins over Trump with the way that she was put into that position, because that was allowed to happen without any pushback, that is literally the end of democracy. That is the final straw. That's it. Because at that point, if that is allowed to happen, if she is allowed,
Oh, I don't fuck with lightning. Alright, and it went. And then you heard that boom? Yeah.
he peed real quick.
Like
Yeah.
the Queen? Or
I was like stepping like this, walking back towards the door like, please,
This is finished.
please,
hit you. Right. Oh.
please, little baby Trump, save my life.
Like a hot dog.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyways,
I can't believe I can't find the fucking video. That kind of
yeah,
blows
I
my
know.
fucking
Like
mind.
even on here, like searching not through a phone, but even like all I can find is, like I said, everybody's point or like stance on it, not the actual.
You know what? I'm going to DuckDuckGo.
Okay. Anyways, like I was telling John, since you're back, so just with the way that she has been brought into her position as the candidate, with no like democratic policies followed, that if she is allowed to win, that is literally, like y'all said, as far as the Civil War thing, that literally that's the sign of the end of democracy, because at that point there are no rules anymore. At that point, then that's just a perfect sign of, okay, well, we can get away with whatever the fuck we want to do as long as we have enough dumbasses fucking allowing us to do it. Then nobody's saying boo, so sure, we're just going to start passing this law, that law, and, you know.
We're just doing it without even caring about the law or something. Just do whatever we want. So, what is the standard procedure with the law if the president's unfit to run as president of the United States? Do we have to swear in Kamala at this point?
Well, no, but see, that's the thing, is he didn't step down as
president. But I'm saying
as
if
running
that
president.
happens, if he's like, look, I can't do this anymore, then what? You think he'll make it? What if he dies before the election? Does that mean Kamala gets sworn in?
Yes.
Or whatever
She has to.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody has to be president.
And I learned this. She could still serve 2 terms after that.
Because technically this doesn't count as a full term for her.
Right. Had Biden died before like January 2023, she could have ran again, or it would have counted as one.
Yeah. Because it has to be at least 2 full years in the seat.
So if he dies tomorrow and she's sworn in as our next president,
Well, as the current.
president,
Yeah.
she has to run. They have to restart the election process again before this coming election. If he dies today or tomorrow,
No. She'll just be basically just current. That's perfect word.
until the
election.
and then she can run.
She'll still be on the ballot. Yeah.
She'll be on the ballot.
That's already taken care of. She's already on there.
Okay.
Period. That doesn't change. She shouldn't be. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
that should not be a thing.
Hold
Period.
on,
Anyways,
hold on.
but
She's not on there yet.
well, yeah.
She's not on there. She's been endorsed at the DNC, which is coming up. They have to nominate her. And right now, it's kind of up for grabs. But you think about it. The Clintons and Joe Biden have endorsed her.
And the
She's
Obama
getting
brothers.
it. She's getting it.
Well,
I
who
don't
else?
think they have yet.
Really?
I think Obama's kind of fucking.
Done with it.
I think he's like. Now he may, but I don't think he has yet.
Well, they don't have Hulk Hogan, so there's no chance.
Right.
So,
So-
RNC for that. So.
I want you to. Well, I sent you the video.
Okay.
You're gonna have to fast forward to about 8:25 in this video.
8:25. Okay.
This is like the whole thing. Found this on DuckDuckGo. Fuck you, Google.
Or YouTube.
Same thing. It is.
Google too.
Okay. So we'll start with 8:15. We'll give a few seconds.
Okay.
And what he's talking about here, he's like, I'm gonna go off the fucking teleprompter because that shit's boring. Let's look at this graphic. Can you bring up this graphic? Oh, I got a great team. Look at this graphic. And the graphic on immigration saved his life because he's looking at it.
Yeah. Hey.
And the screen's kind of behind him.
And if you would have built that wall, that might not have been a graphic.
Right?
Well, Joe hadn't started tearing down the wall.
Wait. In the past year, he started building it.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
So that last shot, was that the one they took? That's the shot they took.
That counted, so that was 7.
Okay, so, alright, there's 7 bullets in there.
Move this here! Hold, are you ready? On you!
Ready?
Move!
Why did he stop shooting? Because Trump was down already?
Probably.
Yeah, because didn't have a clear shot anymore.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the point. The point wasn't
To mow a bunch of people down.
exactly. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a. That because that was the thing. You don't want it to be a fucking mass shooting.
Right.
It was an assassination attempt.
Right.
So, back to the second shooter thing. If there was a second shooter, he stood up, right? He was above all the fucking shooters. Why didn't they shoot? Well, because the patsy was already dead at that point.
Oh, yeah.
You keep shooting after that, then you don't have a patsy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if we want to talk conspiracies,
Yeah.
Yep.
shout out to retardy Oswald on the roof over there.
Is that his name now?
Yeah. That's not me. I didn't come up with that, but I heard
Aw.
it and I love it. Oh wait, wait. I came up with that.
What if he was trans?
So I actually saw a picture.
Why would you do this?
No, I saw a picture that said the Trump shooter was trans, and this motherfucker had like on a choker with like piercings and fucking long. Obviously, he had long hair, but I saw that picture and I was like, that looks a whole lot like that motherfucker.
Wow.
So I don't know. There's been reports that the video is not real, but I sent you one with the guy talking, and it's like 5 seconds.
That one.
Yeah. Which, if you're a conspiracy theorist, I don't know when this was released. I don't know if this is him, but goddamn, does it look like him? And he says, "You've got the wrong guy."
My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy. My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy.
Okay.
So let's get a little deeper on and shit that's not as widely reported.
Deeper in shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's where we're at already. So, no social media. You got a guy that says he knows him that interviewed with some news channel. He said he was a loner, he got picked on a lot. Is that not the exact same story we've been hearing since Columbine?
Same narrative.
Alright, now they're coming out and saying, oh well, we found some, what was the words? So he had an encrypted phone, other than his normal phone. He's got, they've found 3, again, the word encrypted was use it.
Use it.
As well it should be.
Thank you, PBR.
Our sponsor.
That would be fucking awesome. No, but
Just paying some beer.
yeah, just me.
Yeah, be
I'll
just
sell some and give some money to these guys. But trying to think of the wording. 3 encrypted overseas accounts
Okay.
that they've not released anything on, but it's been reported on. Not by like just the news, like the government. It also came out that, I don't know if it was the same day or shortly before, but Iran had a plot to kill Trump
I heard that story.
because of he was involved with the Soleimani killing. So we got all this going on, and then you got a 20-year-old kid climb up on a roof with overseas accounts.
There's too much.
Not to mention, hours before, his parents called and was like, this motherfucker went to the range and has not come back, and we are worried.
Yeah.
What's that tell you? Something was wrong with this kid.
Yeah.
And his parents knew it.
Right. Is it that? To me, it's like, so if he's been openly, just like, even if he's not the guy on the video, if he's been like that guy on that video and has been that open about it at home to where family is worried that, okay, this is happening in our town today, motherfucker went to the range hours ago, hasn't come back yet,
And has
and
my
he's
gun.
been spewing this shit for months now. Something's not right. Then, you know.
So
yeah.
there, I also read something that there was a report that he had a Steam account. Everybody knows Steam.
Oh yeah, games.
And he posted something, and I don't know where. I don't know. I didn't look too far into that because I was like, maybe. But he posted, my premiere is July 13th. Stay tuned. The day of the shooting.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
That is interesting.
So I went into it looking at, like, doing an actual timeline, looking at some videos, all this bullshit. And then I kind of was like, man, there's a lot of rabbit holes. And me in a rabbit hole.
You going down.
For real.
Shoosh. I lobbed it up for you.
I heard an interesting story today which pertains to this, but there was a preacher. Have you heard this story?
Son of a preacher, man.
It was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Who said that he had this dream in the middle of the night and he woke up.
Oh, yeah.
And it was almost exactly the incident that happened.
Yep. There was going to be an assassination attempt on Trump. Trump was obviously going to make it through.
Oh, the Antichrist. Oh, I watched the video on that too.
No, that was not this.
Well, okay, do you know what sacrament is with the blood on the ear?
Yeah.
It's the right ear.
Yeah, so, but this preacher's...
No, I told you, I went down the rabbit holes, and at some point, Trump became the Antichrist, okay?
So, this preacher's vision, his dream was the exact opposite.
Yeah,
It was
he's
more,
Jesus.
he fell to his knees and he was.
Well, it's just more the fact that he was going to bring America back to how it used to be.
Which is why they want to kill him.
He was more or less going to be, an actual, like, for the first time in a lot of years, an actual ordained president.
Like, look at all of what's happening. Shit's turning around right now.
Yeah.
And this is, it was happening before this. Like, all this trans shit and all, like, what, I don't fucking care what you are, man, but it's not what I would call good for the country. All these agendas, and we're pushing them on kids, and eventually population will implode. It's starting to turn around a little bit. You got a lot less companies in June do the gay shit. A lot less. You're starting to see, like, the pushback on all these fucking shitty fucking movies. Let's make them black. Let's make them gay. Let's make them fucking trans. There's a lot more pushback. Shit's turning. It's a pendulum, especially with culture.
Yeah.
We did a show.
It's coming back.
We did a show where I don't remember who we said it was, but it was China or Russia or somebody basically tries to change the agenda of America from the inside.
Oh, it's China.
Yeah.
And that's what's imploding. It was imploding before.
So most kids these days are on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, president is on TikTok. So everybody is, right?
But the president's not sitting there consuming it all day.
Right.
Like, go on TikTok. Oh, maybe I have Tourette's. There are reports of fucking little girls fucking developing Tourette's from watching someone with, because they've watched it so much.
It's psychosomatic.
And it's like, so I don't know if you guys remember the whole SpongeBob thing. They said don't let your kids watch SpongeBob because it's like quick cuts in SpongeBob. There's a lot of quick cuts, so it's diluting their fucking long-term memory. It's like, in their attention span, it's like, okay, here, something different all the time.
Yeah.
That's what TikTok is.
Yeah.
So our fucking 3-hour-long videos, probably good for kids. Well,
Nope, not good for kids.
no.
15 and up?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Look over that.
Not 15.
15?
My son, not me.
Ew.
What?
Ew.
Gross.
So the one that I said I kind of wanted to end this on, and it's about that time. So I know you watched it, but let's I kind of turn it towards John. I want John to see it, and it's a conspiracy.
Okay.
But
I'm easily swayed, so
well,
we'll see.
no, it's like based in real life conspiracy. It's weird because what this guy's talking about is basically this, and I won't ruin the ending, but this guy's talking about how the whole RNC, they talk about how Trump loves music. He loves music. If he's going golfing, he's the DJ. If he's on the fucking plane, he's the DJ. He's playing the music. He loves all this music, which, if you go back and look, it is evident. Like, he chooses his music.
Right.
Because he loves music. But it's never pushed like that. Like, it was almost subliminal. Like, it was out in the open, but they would talk about it for a few seconds. Oh yeah, he loves music, loves music, loves music, loves music. And then at the end of the convention, there's a song that plays. So there's your setup.
No spoilers.
Did we just watch a conspiracy theory come to life in front of millions of people last night at the RNC? Just track with me. This is going to be a minute, but it's worth it. Grab a drink, sit down. Here we go. First, let me say I am not a supporter of either party. I'm not a member of either party. You can't go on my page and see anything that says vote Trump or vote Biden. I think the two parties are wings of the same evil bird. Okay? Just clear? Got it. Let's keep moving. I'm also not into, like, whatever that whole thing was for a while with V or Q or U or whatever that was, right? So with that being said, check this out. So for 3 to 4 days at the RNC, we heard that Donald Trump was really, really, really into music. More often than I've ever heard in my life that this man loves music, right? Donald Trump has been in the public space since the late 70s. But in 3 days, we heard over and over again how when they're golfing, he selects the music. When they're on the airplane, he's in charge of the playlist. When there's a party, he's the DJ. Over and over. I'm thinking, that is weird. Why is that always coming up? Then we hear from people like Tucker Carlson and Eric Trump and others how since the Pew Pew attempt on his life, that he has been reflective yet driven, somber yet determined, right? Kind of stoic yet purposeful. And I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. I would say that sort of stuff too, because you just got, shot in the head. But then at the end of this thing, Donald Trump comes up and he does this speech, long speech, hour and 30 minutes plus, right? Longest speech since Donald Trump in 2016. That guy. Anyway, so he's getting everybody excited. The whole point of the RNC and the DNC is to rally the base, rally Americans who don't have a side yet, like those exist, and somehow get everybody excited. And you end these things on, like, some awesome rock music, some awesome, like, Americana sort of stuff, because that's typically what gets everybody excited. How does Donald Trump end this? He ends it with an opera. He ends it with an opera. And I am not an opera fan. I've never been to the opera. I don't even know the whole point of going, so I'm not that sort of cultured dude, right? But I'm sitting there next to my wife, and I'm listening to this, and I'm thinking this is kind of odd, because I've been to the RNC. I've also been to the DNC. Even though I think it's an evil bird, you'd be surprised on how many of these little evil birds I happen to know. But I'm sitting there next to my wife watching this, because we just had a baby a few weeks ago, and I'm thinking, I know this song. I know this song. She's like, what? You know this opera song? I'm like, I do. I really do. Now, why do I know this song? Because I happened to, when I was younger, before I was married, honey, had a crush on Bridget Moynihan. And Bridget Moynihan had a movie that everybody watched. No, not Coyote Ugly. That one was good too. But it was called Sum of All Fears. And I've watched that movie probably 30, 40 times. Because it's a Bridget Moynihan movie. It has Morgan Freeman and J-Lo's estranged husband guy. And I've watched this movie over and over, and I'm thinking, I know this song, and then it hits me at 1:41 in the morning. I'm thinking, aha, that's the song at the end of that movie. So, if you don't know what that movie's about, this is what's going to really flip your biscuit.
Listen really close to this part. Listen to what he explains, what he says the movie is about, that this song plays at the end of. Because this is how you play chess, not checkers. Check it out.
That movie is about an attempted assassination on a president that does not become successful. The president figures out that the parties that be blamed it on a patsy. And in the movie, at the end, when this opera is playing, the president has figured out who's really behind the effort, and he unalives them all. Just saying. Was that a coincidence? Talk about a crazy, crazy coincidence from somebody who evidently picked the playlist.
Wow.
So thoughts?
Yeah.
I've not seen that movie, but I guarantee you I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Wow. Wow, yeah.
Boom! Unlike Trump's head. Thank goodness.
So, okay, so my only question, so do you think that was part of the conspiracy theory on his end?
Do I think
Or do you think that was him or someone in his party, either one, knowing exactly what that song was, knowing exactly where it come from, and the premise of it, and more or less, it was kind of like the final fuck you to the powers that be, to be like, I'm coming for you.
So, does he have handlers now, or did he pick that song because he's about to fuck some shit up?
Yeah, he knows what happened, and he knows who it was. And
I don't feel like Trump will ever have handlers. Like, he has people that's going to advise him, but he's also the type to say, yeah, that's a dumbass idea. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're fired.
Yeah. Bring it back.
Well, you're fired. But you know music.
Yeah.
I know music. Like, I don't play music, but there's I don't want.
no, it's
I don't want the CIA.
It's definitely, in my opinion, a big FU to the people that he probably knows are involved in this whole thing.
Oh, he got a debriefing after all that. After he got his ear fucking patched up.
There's video of some people in the hospital that saw him, and they were taking video of Trump coming in the hospital that they took him to right after he got shot. And they're like, oh my God, it's the president, or former president, or whatever. And they're recording him going all the way into the ER. I mean, it all was legit, but
That right there?
yeah, that's legit. That's super, super legit.
Yeah.
So shout out to that.
I bet you that song has been in the chamber for a while too. I bet you they had.
He
that
was waiting
planned.
on it.
He was, I know it's gonna happen. If this is what happens, this is the song I want to play.
If it happens and I make it through it, then
That's
no.
This is
Just
ready
press
to go.
play immediately.
So, and I made this point at some point. But when's the last time we saw Kamala or Biden deliver an hour-and-a-half speech? Or any politician?
Not since presidential addresses were an actual, like maybe Bush.
Well, like
Maybe,
even the last State of the Union from Biden.
Yeah.
It's not that long.
No.
I don't even know if Obama had anything that long.
Hey, he is a black guy.
Supposedly.
No, I'm just kidding. He probably did.
But did that factor into? We got a guy over there that can't even fucking say a full sentence, and he goes like, "Have you guys seen him with the trainee beside him dancing at that?" And he's just like,
Yeah.
And then it's the, you did such a good job, Joey.
it's my fucking. And I'd be like, bitch, who are you talking to? What do I look like? I'm fucking 81.
That's the thing, he doesn't know who she's talking to.
That's legit. Who you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
He doesn't even know.
Come on, man.
I don't even think the thoughts are that deep. I think it's like, what the fuck are you saying right now? What did I?
I just shit in my dog.
Where did we go? What? What happened?
Why am I here? Where are we?
Who are
Where's
you?
that girl's hair?
Where's my ex-wife that died? Like my son.
Okay.
No, but I think that had a factor into him dropping out. Everybody's like, bro, you can't fucking do that.
Yeah.
He can.
You came out of getting an assassination attempt, raise your fist to say fight, 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 right? You only said 3 times. And then delivered a speech like that at the RNC. And then play that song. If I was voting, just saying.
You should. For me.
For you?
Not vote for me.
I would vote for you.
But go to vote.
You got a thumbs up somehow.
Hey, we got a like.
They was just
And we're not even here.
What I do?
thumbs up and thumbs up down here too.
Where?
Not gonna do it now.
Do we have?
I don't know.
Do we have graphics? How do it?
I don't know how the
right
fucking
now.
fireworks happen.
I know that sometimes.
CIA is watching us right now.
Yeah, they're like,
Oh,
you
God.
said we got to draw.
Hold on,
right
my
up there.
phone just went off.
Oh God, did yours go off?
It did.
We're leaving.
That's it.
That's
I'm
it.
out.
That's the only episode,
I quit.
everybody. That was fun. Thanks for listening. We love you.
God bless America.